Every day I'm just wondering when Bloodhunt's coming back.
Bloodhunt coming back?
I wonder if they'll have the Ventry clan.
I wonder what new weapons they'll have.
Will it be balanced? Will it be balanced?
New abilities, new areas of the map. Oh, there's got to be something.
They gotta tell us something soon. Can't take it anymore.
Warzone is terrible.
It's
I
terrible.
just wish I was back in Prague. Finally, we get some news. Let's talk about it. Hello, kindred. Oh, it feels damn good to say that again. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about the new trailer that Sharkmob put out on their Twitter for Valentine's Day. And in case you missed it, there's a little bit of a hidden message at the end, which is extremely exciting. So, without ruining the hidden message, let's just watch the trailer together, and then we'll talk about it. Yeah? Because we do things together here. Alright? I'm sick of segregation, alright? Let's have a look. Maybe here, actually. I don't know. Do you know what? I'm going to get out of the way. You can just watch it, and then I'll make you back. So the secret message at the end saying that the closed PC playtests will be happening next month. We've got a sexy vampire lady sitting on a chair. Looks like a chair that my grandparents used to own. Very cool, I think. But she's holding a silenced pistol. Now, anyone who's played the Founders season will the Founders season. Did I say that right? Founders season will know that gun didn't feature in the game. So I don't know if that's just like for this trailer specifically, or the fact that they've modeled it maybe leads me to think that it probably will end up in the game, which would be very cool, because the only silenced weapon that we had before was the gold SMG. Fantastic weapon, loved it, but there wasn't that. I mean, that was the only side to my knowledge. I mean, it feels like it's been about a year since I've played. But that was the only silenced weapon that I can remember. So hopefully we've got some different variations of weapons coming, not just tiered. Be nice. Who knows? This is today we're going to speculate what's going to be in this build that we're going to play next month. Now, in terms of it being closed and it's being invite only or whatever, Sharkmob did say months ago that everyone who joined in on the Founders season, Founders season, will get an invite to the tests coming up to the launch. And I feel like this is where we're coming up to now. I mean, spring is... I literally saw a bee outside earlier. And if that's not the start of spring, I don't know what is. I mean, it did look pretty lost. There wasn't that many flowers around, but... So yeah, we got playtest next month. How amazing. My birthday is next month. How amazing. I'm not the fact that it's my birthday, but like, it feels like a little birthday present. And also, look, just... That's right. We're wearing it. We're repping it. Favorite game right here, all over my... But anyway, yeah, so it's my birthday next month, and I don't know what dates they're going to look at here. Hopefully it's... what I'm now worried about is, am I going to have the days off friggin' work for it? Because I don't know how long they're going to do these playtests for, but I need to be on them. I need to be on them. But today we're going to speculate what will be available in this new build. So we've had how many months now since the Founders season? A few, right? It's going to be at least 4 by the time the game comes out. I don't develop video games, okay? I'm not a coder, I'm not an animator. I'm animated, but I'm not an animator. I don't know how long it takes to make these things. With a team at the size of Sharkmob, actually, I don't even know how big the Sharkmob team is, really. I know they've got a London branch as well, which is awesome, you know? I'm only an hour away from that. I don't know how long these things take to implement. So if someone's got a good idea of a new feature, how long does that take to actually become a reality in the game? And also, we've got to think about squashing bugs, because when you start messing with code and you're adding new code to video games, it's like this weird situation where you tweak one little thing. It could just be like a UI change, and it would just completely and utterly screw up something else. So you need ample time to be able to, locate all these problems and fix them all. So I don't know how different the game will be, but I am really hoping for a couple of things. Okay, I'm really hoping that the climbing animations are all fluid, and when I'm trying to escape and I'm one shot and I'm climbing up a building and I don't do that little glitchy shaky thing at the top, because that really got on my nerves after in the founder season. Not so much that I stopped playing the game, but it was frustrating, because you think, like, if I just got over that lip of that building and I just, like, got down there and I did a syringe or had a bit of a blood bag, or jumped off and slid while having a blood bag through one of those little alleyways, I probably would have been able to win that fight. But no, I was doing this. And then just got shot off the top of the building. Another big hot topic on my mind, was if we go back to the roadmap, the Ventru clan was supposed to be added, like, before they decided to shut down the servers and everything. The Ventru clan was the next update in the roadmap. Then it was the PS5 launch. So I guess the Ventru clan are, like, fleshed and they're done and they're in the game. Will they be in these tests next month? Then I'm thinking, if we're testing the build, don't you want to have everything that's going to be on the launch day tested? So instead of going, oh, here's basically what you played before, but we've tweaked a few things and blah blah blah, we got some new weapons, and we'll talk about the new area of the map in a minute as well, because that was on the previous trailer. Is the Ventru clan just going to be in the game? Like, when you fire off this new build, these tests next month, because I'm gonna have to re-download the game. And it loads up and it goes, boom, you've got now 4 clans to choose from instead of 3. That would be friggin' awesome. And Sharkmob said before that we're keeping all of our skins and we're getting our tokens doubled or whatever it is, which is awesome. So when we come in, we should have, like, more new cosmetics. Is Elysium going to be different? Now, before the game was taken offline, when you speak to the Nosferatu guy, he's down there. I'm trying to like show you the room in my head. I'm looking at it. It was on the steps on the left-hand side of the room. It looked like the gate that was next to him, which was previously closed, was open, but you couldn't go down there. Now, I'm thinking, if they were to add a training room, wouldn't it be cool if it was down there? Wouldn't it be cool if it was down there and you could go down there and test all your powers out? You could change clan and test what the abilities actually do, and there should be, like, a big space down there, like a bit, like, enough so you can jump across walls and things. So these are all possibilities of what we can expect. I don't know how many of them will come to fruition, but we're talking about a team who had the nuts to say their anti-cheat wasn't particularly doing the right job. I mean, it was kind of hard not to say that when there were so many cheaters, but a lot of companies just shy away from it and they don't come out and go, like, okay, all right, it's not working, we're going to think about it and we're going to change it. It's the communication, because think about it, how many times has a game annoyed you or bugged you, and then you go on Twitter or you go somewhere to try and find some answers, from the developers, and they're just avoiding the question, and they're constantly talking about, like, oh, we got this new bundle in the store, come and buy this new bundle. Oh, the new bundle, that'll solve all your problems, won't it? And a lovely little bundle. And I'm like, no, I don't want a bundle. I want to not get aimbotted every friggin' time I play a game. So yeah, maybe we've got a new anti-cheat coming. I've got no news on that as of now. As I said, this is going to be a speculation video because I am really excited because they dropped a trailer, but there wasn't a lot in it other than the secret message that there's playtest next month. So this video, we're just thinking, okay? It's just so nice to be able to talk about Bloodhunt again on a video, because this has been how long now? Another thing I'm curious of is this playtests are just for PC, right? So the PS5 guys, I don't know how the game plays on controller yet. Like, I'm sure it's all fleshed out now because it's been a long time. But I don't know what the aim assist is going to be like, because obviously there's going to have to be aim assist, because no casuals or anyone will play the game on console if there isn't some kind of aim assist on it. Because a thumb versus a whole arm on a mouse, it's just not a competition. But it is with aim assist, and then we get into the topic of how strong the aim assist is going to be. I know Sharkmob have said multiple times they don't want, like, drag aim assist. So will it just be that it slows down on target, or I don't know how it'll work. But you don't want it to be like a pseudo aimbot. because that will ruin the game. Then we're talking about new weapons. I know I mentioned the silenced pistol earlier, but in the previous trailer there was at least 2 assault rifles, I think, that I didn't recognize. And then on top of that, we had a subway looking area. I can't even picture on the map where that subway actually is. New areas of the map, always a good shout. Then we're talking about player pool. I think it was like 42 to 45. God, I should know this. How many players were in one match? Hold on, let me just Google this. 45 players. There were 45 players in a game of Bloodhunt. And it did feel like every single time you got into a fight, you were getting third party. Now, I know that is the nature of battle royales in general. Third partying is a valid strategy just to win fights, because you want to be the last team live. Why don't you shoot the guys while they're weak or they're not looking at you? But it did make for some quite frustrating moments with the game, because it would feel like every single time you fired a weapon, because none of them are silenced or anything like that, you would just be jumped from behind. So even if you did win your gunfight, which could be really epic, by the way, you could be jumping off walls, sliding around, all these different things, only for, old Tommy No Bollocks back there to snipe you while you've got your back to him. I don't know what there could be done to combat this. I think just a slightly bigger map, to make sure that each time you're in a fight, there's only a certain amount of potential players who could reach that, converge on that point and start third partying you. I don't really know. Or you'd have to just start taking the fights a little bit, more cautiously. But I don't like the idea of that, because I think the game was just built for fast-paced movement, good tracking, and all the rest of it. So another thing I was thinking about recently about the game in general, about the downing system, right? So in solos, or actually in any of the game modes, when you get downed, everyone has the ability to revive themselves, right? It took like 30 seconds or something. It was quite a long timer to get back up. Now, the problem I find with that is that in a game of solos, fair enough, because you only got that one life, and this game doesn't have buy stations or anything, or anything similar like that to other battle royales where you could purchase things that will give you self revives or anything like that. So everybody has self revive just as a normal ability. In solos, I kind of find that's okay, because you're having a fight, and if your other person does get third partied, you can sometimes crawl away when you're downed and you can get back up. I think that's kind of okay, considering you only have one life and no teammates. However, on a team game, I feel like when you get downed, it should be your teammates' responsibility to get you back up again. Now, the reason I say this is because when you get into big gun battles in this game, I mean, they can be bombastic as hell, and you could start on one roof, and your whole team would be like leaping over different. The fight could move a lot, and when you down a guy, I want to have to not really worry about him. And I go like, right, I've won that fight. He's dead, essentially, in my mind, unless they try and revive him. Which, on all other battle royales, you'd use that as sometimes bait to get the other guy to try and res, and then you get an easy kill while the guy's trying to res him. All right, simple stuff. But in this game, you really had to go and thirst that guy, because he could crawl off and hide behind like a kind of dumpsters or something, and he'd get back up again, eat a blood bag, and he's back to full health. That, for me, makes the gunfights really not, like, you don't feel like you're winning your gunfights unless you stupidly push to first downs. Now, you could say, why don't you down the whole team and then go and first them, but it doesn't always work out like that. I think for team games, especially for team games, there shouldn't be the self-revive thing. I think the whole point of a team is that you work as a team, you're giving good comms to your team, so they know who's pushing and who isn't. And the down guy can still give comms, but he shouldn't just be like, oh, distract him and push him this way, and I'll just creep behind here and get myself up. Because, unless they're going to add this as an item to pick up, then I can get behind. If you pick up something and it's like, oh, 1+ vampire life or whatever, like, I know that was just something in the Vampire Masquerade lore, which would, mean getting back up again. Unless I'm just completely wrong here, and in Vampire the Masquerade, that is a common thing, that vampires have the ability to get back up after they're downed. does seem a little bit weird. I would at least like to try a game mode where it's, because the TTK is long in this game, and I wonder if they're going to keep it as long as it was. But it was long, so the fights aren't quick. It's not like in I hate to bring it up again, but Warzone, yeah, where you take 3 or 4 bullets and you're down. You know, that's different, because if someone had the ability to self-res, you'd still have enough time to kill their whole team and then kill the guy who's trying to revive himself. But in this game, you know, this fight might take a few minutes sometimes, you know, to finish. So yeah, I don't know where we stand on that. I know that was probably a way bigger rant than it needed to be about this particular thing. So what do we got? We've got Silence Pistol Lady sitting on a chair. We've got Playtest next month, which is probably the main bit of news here. You've probably heard this by now, but unfortunately I've been working and I haven't had a chance to make a video about it. But of course, this being a main Bloodhunt channel, I have to make a video about it. I wish there was a bit more to talk about here, but we've got, yeah, so Silence Pistol Lady on the chair, playtest next month. Will the Ventru clan be added into the game for these playtests? Will there be PS5 betas? I know we didn't talk about that earlier, but if there's a PC test and there's PS5 joining, also we haven't heard anything about it being crossplay. Now I can't see any reason why it wouldn't be. That this is just an easy way to make sure there's thousands of people playing the game, and also the word will spread much faster with console people, because everyone's looking for a new game right now. Everyone is looking. They're sick and tired of Warzone being full of bugs and glitches. Apex is actually doing pretty well for itself, to be fair, but I don't play Apex. PUBG has been made free to play. I don't know how many people are playing that. I think it's mainly bots, to be honest. I think it's mainly bots. But my point is that everybody is just looking for that new thing, and it seems like the console guys who have seen trailers for this or seen gameplay for this are really, really excited to jump in and play it, and I can't blame them. It's an amazing game. We don't know what it plays like on controller, or we don't know what it looks like on the PS5. It'll probably look really good. Will it come to Xbox eventually? The Xbox Series X and S? I mean, it's already on PC. That's Microsoft. These are questions that will be answered in time. But let me tell you, my main focus right now is going to be getting on these tests next month. And then, depending on when the actual release date is going to be, we are going to be pumping out Bloodhunt content on this channel. So if you're new here and you've just stumbled upon this channel and you think like, who the hell is this idiot? And you want to be up to date on Bloodhunt and you can tolerate me, subscribe to the channel, because we're going to have like exclusive giveaways and things like that. There's going to be loads of stuff going on all around Bloodhunt. All around Bloodhunt. Okay, so I think I just showed a bit of skin then, not bad. So expect a lot of Bloodhunt gameplay, tips and tricks. We're going to do breakdowns of the Ventru clan and everything, or all the clans really, because I don't think I ever really even did that. For new players, especially for the PS5 crowd jumping in, I'm going to do some, I mean, I'm a controller player by, you know, by trade. I grew up on all consoles, so for me, holding a controller is more comfortable than keyboard and mouse. However, I did learn the keyboard and mouse for Bloodhunt, and I did get okay at it, actually. And now it feels actually quite fun to play games on keyboard and mouse. But I will be doing controller guides and things like that. As soon as I get my hands on a controller build of the game and see how it feels, I'll be able to go through some settings and things like that and see what's possible. But anyway, that brings us up to date, I think. Let me know in the comments if you saw the Twitter video and you thought, holy mackerel, I'm getting on them tests. Let me know if you're a PS5 guy and you're dying to play the game. You can also add me on Twitter at neoneko42 if you want. I don't have many followers, so it'd be nice to have you there. If you enjoyed this video or you found it entertaining in any way, shape or form, or you're looking forward to Bloodhunt, make sure you subscribe. Hit that like button for me, please, please. If this is the last thing you do, just hit the like button. But until next time, I'll see you when I'm looking at you.